Let's start. The boy is back.
I'm back. Okay. I had to pay. No longer have to pay. You know what sounds really good right now though? As in, what are we talking about?
Starting with the AFC. Now we're into the AFC. Let's start with the AFC West. Let's start with the division that everybody likes to talk about. Do you want to do the 3, 2, 1 countdown here?
Yeah, I think
Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, the silver and black, Las Vegas Raiders.
3, 2, 1.
Chiefs.
Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, buddy, I hope to God, I hope the Chiefs do not win the division. But we're talking about who thinks going to win. No, I don't think the Chargers are going to win. I think the Chargers are studs, but dude, it's the same thing as I was talking about betting against the Cowboys. It's like until I'm proven wrong, I'm going to bet against them. Until I'm proven wrong with the Chiefs, you got to bet for the Chiefs. Like it's just one of those deals. They're so fucking good. They won a Super Bowl last year, and it's like, do they have a hangover? It's like, well, obviously not. They've been in a Super Bowl like 4 of the last 5 years, so they're just gonna keep doing it. Travis Kelce needs one more 1,000-yard season to become like the GOAT of 1,000-yard seasons. Like he's got something to play for. Patrick Mahomes is now he's chasing Brady. He's gonna keep doing Patrick Mahomes things, and the mainstream bullshit media keeps coming up with ways to be like the Chiefs aren't gonna be as good this year. Hey, their wide receiver core is not this good this year. Their defense gives up deep balls all the time. Constantly giving these Chiefs the delusion to find an ability to put a chip on their shoulder. And it's like, until we have the opportunity to watch them fail, we just got to keep, it's like Tom Brady. You just got to keep betting on them. I want the Raiders to win the division. If it was my choice and I was fucking God, the Raiders would be winning this division. But it's just, I think the Raiders get second. And they get second. If they do, that's a huge win for the Raiders because that's a hard fucking division. I think the Broncos, I think, any stock you can buy in them, you need to sell that shit immediately. They're going to be so fucking garbage this year. They're going to be better. They're garbage, dude. They're going to be garbage. Sean Payton, I think he's a phenomenal head coach. Russ is cooked. The Danger Witch is dead. That's not it, brother. They are not going to do it. I think
the mainstream.
I think Sean Payton's amazing.
I think the mainstream media is dialed in on the Chiefs losing this year. I don't think they'll win the division.
You don't think the Chiefs win the division?
I think the reign is over. Now they might get into the playoffs, but they're not going to win the division. I think this is the year where the Chiefs' kingdom falls. And I believe in the Raiders. I believe in Jimmy G. The boys got Josh Jacobs back. And you got to think right now they don't have Chris Jones in that building in Kansas City. And then without Chris Jones, number one, they're not the greatest defense anyways. But then without Chris Jones, they're abysmal on defense. They need to have Chris Jones. But if they go into the year with not having him, like it's just going to make it that much, it's going to be that much more of a hole. And yeah, they are thinner at receiver than years past. And I do think this is the time where all the hot dogging out there by Patrick Mahomes, it catches up to him. More turnovers.
Why do you think that?
That's what I think.
Dog. It's so hard to have these conversations because I love you.
I know you do. Listen, I can stand. I can stand on this.
All right, stand on it.
I can take care of myself out there. Look,
I'm not worried about fans coming at you, but sometimes I'm worried, like, how are you making decisions? Well, no, you're obviously I feel like that decision you just made right there is a decision you're making because we're boys with the Raiders and you played for the Raiders and you want them to be successful, not like looking at it from like a logical, like, look what's happened with the Chiefs in the last 5 years and how Patrick Mahomes has literally shown 0% showed anything of slowing down, only speeding up.
That's fair. I mean, they won the Super Bowl. That's fair.
Yeah.
I just think like this will be the time.
You're doing the thing where
everybody's want to buy high.
Like
Continue to buy high. No, now the market's about to get hit. It's about to correct. And I think the Raiders are going to be there.
Your confidence in the way you're sitting too, it makes it a whole lot cooler. I get it. We're going to have to disagree. I hope you're right. I hope you are, because I want the Raiders to win.
Let's not forget, last year I only missed on 2 division winners. Let's not forget.
I think you missed on these 2. Water.
I do. I also think the Chargers are going to be good. I think that's going to be.
Chargers are going to be really good.
It's going to be an exciting division. Even the Broncos, I don't think you can sleep on them. They're healthy now at receiver with Judy, because he got injured last year. But Russ,
Russ is not it.
Throw the chef hat back on. Let that man get back in the kitchen. Let that man get back in the kitchen with the right coach.
Russ has never been the best quarterback when he has to sit in the pocket. It's been his mobility that gets him out of those things. That really cool play he had against the Cardinals back in the day where like Chandler Jones, he fucking made him move. and then threw it to Baldwin.
But now Sean Payton's sitting next to him.
Yeah, Sean Payton next to him, brother.
The pocket passing.
Russell, he does not do well just sitting in the pocket. And he's now that age you're talking about Patrick Mahomes is going to have. He's already shown that age where he's not as mobile as he used to be. I think if the Broncos are good, it's because it's early and it fizzles out quickly.
I'm not saying that Patrick, by the way, is getting old. I'm just saying all the risks he takes out there with the way he throws the football everywhere. Last minute, make something out of nothing. I think that's where it catches up. Similar to when you guys beat him a few years ago when the Chiefs started off rough, honestly, because they had a lot of turnovers and everything like that. I think it's going to be that way. You know what I mean? Like a lot of those situations didn't go his way. Had a few turnovers against the Titans. It's like kind of like, oh, all these chances he does take is now, it's not working out. The ball's not bouncing the way that it usually does when it favors the Chiefs. I think it's now going to bounce the other way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying like, they're over the hill and everything like that. I'm just saying all of that risk Mahomes takes trying to get out of bad situations. I think this is the year where it catches up to him. Not that he'll stop playing that way. That's what makes him great. But I think the ball will bounce the other way. That's why I have that take outside of wanting to just troll the fucking Chiefs kingdom.
Let's skip this next one.
AFC South, we can't. We got to live in it. We got to lean into it. This is the AFC South, brother.
All right.
Count us down. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Titans.
Jaguars.
Tennessee Titans are going to win this fucking division, dude. This is the year they fucking come back. You can't. How many years can you have the most injuries? How many years?
Sell me on the Titans.
I'll say the Titans, dude. I'll fucking say. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, the reason I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win this year, and listen, I'm pulling for the boys in two-tone blue. It does pain me. I know Jackie's got a smile. It hurts the boys. And listen, I'm rooting for Tennessee every week, no matter what. That's the fucking boys. But as far as not leading with my heart on absolutely every division, I think this is where I'm going to take the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's so wild that you've led with your heart in 2 different divisions, but this one you don't.
I know. Well, last year I didn't pick Washington. I picked the Eagles. I picked the Titans last year. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is the one, and I think the way Jacksonville ended, I think Trevor Lawrence, like he's going to continue to be cement himself as one of the quarterbacks in the league. And I think with that division too, man, Colts are a question mark. I don't know how Anthony Richardson's going to do. They do have a good team, but do they have enough? There's a lot of drama with Jonathan Taylor. I think Houston Texans, they've been in such a rebuild year. No one's even talking about them. However, I do like D'Amico Ryans. He's at the helm as a head coach. I think he's going to build something there, but nobody's even worried about Houston. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I just don't even think.
It's a doesn't matter thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like it doesn't matter. And then it comes down to the Titans. And, to the boy, you're not there. I think they have a big question mark on that offensive line. I think their defense is going to be fucking good. I think they're going to have to figure out ways to turn the ball over to allow the Titans to do what the Titans do, and that's win in the trenches, win with the run game. But I think there's a question mark on the O-line because guys like you, Ben Jones, you guys are no longer there, and they're new. They haven't played a lot together. So that's why I'm giving it to Jacksonville, because I think like they're just going to build off last year, and they got a lot of energy going into this year. Peterson's a coach that has won a Super Bowl, like Trevor Lawrence. I think they got it going right now.
Jacksonville's got every reason. Jacksonville has every reason to believe that they are going to be the winners of the AFC South. Here's where I think the Tennessee Titans take it. I think DeAndre Hopkins going to the Tennessee Titans is not great. Is fantastic not because DeAndre Hopkins is going to be the greatest wide receiver of all time, but he's making that core wide receiver group. Kyle Phillips, obviously, he's dealing with an injury. I think it's an MCL he has going on right now. That's fixable. He's going to be all right, whether it's the week 1 or later. I think Treylon Burks, the LCL injury, that's not a big deal either. Those guys are going to come back. They're going to do well. That makes it
a big year, I think.
Yeah, I think Treylon, I think that's the biggest reason why DeAndre is there, is to help Treylon not shoulder the burden of being wide receiver 1 right now. That's going to be a massive deal. Our defense is so fucking good. They can play with anybody. They can hold these guys with Calvin Ridley and Trevor Lawrence coming in. Trevor Lawrence is coming to his own. He's a fantastic quarterback. They're a good football team. They're a good ball club. But they were a good fucking ball club in 2016 when they were Saxonville. And look what happened. They got swept by us twice. Okay? I'm saying, obviously, you're going to look at this and be like, Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win the AFC South. I think the Tennessee Titans have the better head coach. I think the Tennessee Titans do have question marks in the offensive line, but you have one of the greatest running backs of all time. in the backfield who still has it, and they're going to give him the ball enough time to do it. I think that Spears kid that they brought from Tulane is a incredible change of pace back. You're going to be able to put him out in the slot. You're going to be able to take advantage of defenses that want to stay in base. You're going to take advantage of those types of situations.
Not to mention a new OC.
A new OC. I think Tim Kelly is a fucking stud. No disrespect to Todd. I think he's a great guy. He just wasn't the man for the job. Tim Kelly is a dude that is, it's a great fucking point because he watches ball so much. He knows the game. He was a main reason why Deshaun Watson was so successful when they're at Houston implementing RPOs. I think you're going to see a lot more RPOs from the Tennessee Titans going into the season. It's going to be difficult. And I might be leading with my heart a little bit in this one that I just came to Will on, but I do believe the Titans, if they can stay healthy, which recent history shows they cannot, but how many years can you be that unhealthy, right? Cut the injuries down in half.
Cut the guys who get injured.
Yeah, cut the guys that get injured. Get them the fuck out of there. And I think the Titans win the AFC South. I think they absolutely have a shot to win it.
Those are man, I hope they fucking.
I hope they win. I hope they win the whole fucking thing.
Because you're right, man. Like Harold's healthy again. Like they're gonna have a squad. I just think they might be battling for 9 to 10 wins, and I think Jacksonville might just edge them out with a win.
That's very possible. What happens
to where Titans could still be an extra team in the playoffs. And I also like they brought an old boy from San Fran, that linebacker. Yeah, Alshire.
He's a stud.
He's
Dude,
a
also
stud,
Jack
man.
Gibbons.
Yes, yes. I wanted to shout out the boy Jack Gibbons, man.
Shout out the white linebacker, dude. Dude, last year Jack Gibbons was cut. And
not even retained on practice squad.
Exactly, bro. They literally said, "Hey, we don't have a place for you on practice squad. We do not have a place for you to be on our practice squad, Jack. You're out."
16-man practice squad.
Chance Campbell, sixth round draft pick from Ole Miss. He tears his ACL, I think it was, and because of that, they had to bring Jack back. Jack Gibbons, who they call Dr. Gibby, played at the University of Minnesota, is a dude that knows he's going to get everybody on the same page. He's going to have the green dot. He is essentially Will Compton. Jack Gibbons is the second coming of Will Compton. He really
fires me up. I'm so happy for him.
He literally could be, and it's fucking awesome to see. Awesome to see.
And him with Al Shahir.
Yeah, stud. I heard he's balling the fuck out.
When Fred or Greenlaw would go down last year, he'd come in. Like, he's a fucking good player. And there's a lot of good reviews coming out of him. I think he is as advertised. He's just now getting a shot as a starter in the league. I'm fired up for him. And then you got Dr. Gibby. Like, it truly fires me up. Shot him a little message. I was like, dude, I'm so happy for you. Fuck them all. Keep proving them all wrong. And I hope he does. Because he came in last year in some critical moments when guys would go down, and he's out there being a little tackling machine, dude.
Also, dude, Christian Fulton, he's coming. He had a couple of injuries last year. He's in a contract year this year, second round pick. I think this is year 4,
Hooker,
right?
Byard.
Hooker was hurt last year. That kind of fucked around. Byard, they tried to fuck Byard this year. Now he's got that delusional chip on his shoulder now.
Harold's back.
To fuck them all. Harold, you know what Harold wants? Harold wants sacks.
Yeah.
He wants fucking sacks. That's all he fucking wants.
And he's going to get to eat because
he's going to get to eat.
Jeff Simmons
is going to get double teamed every fucking time. And Jeff Simmons, you can say all the things you want about Jeff Simmons in the locker room, but
who says things?
Don't worry about that. Jeff Simmons is one of those dudes, dude. You pay him money, he's still going to work fucking hard. He's still going to get after it. The dude he has it.
He's
Nico Autry, most underrated defensive lineman probably in the league.
Wasn't Jeff the number 2 D tackle on the NFL's top 100, only behind Aaron Donald? I think so. I mean, Jeff's
he's him.
Yeah,
he really is.
They're gonna have a squad. They're gonna have a squad. I'm pulling for the boys, man.
They got to stay healthy and take care of the football and just play that boring ass, don't get any ratings, ugly win football, and you do that. Manage the game, brother.
The perfect speeches for Coach Frabes.
We
can't just show up. We can't just show up. We're not good enough.
We're not good enough. They're not good enough just to show up. But they're a better coach team. They're a better fundamental team. And
man, they got to move the line of scrimmage.
That's the biggest question mark.
Got to get D-Hen. Now, granted, he's obviously proving the older model wrong, right? For the older running back, he's somebody who gets better with age.
What did Zig tell us?
He's like, that's what he told us. He's like, he's the one player in the second contract that continued to have like what, a 2,000-yard season or
equal or more value.
Yeah, equal or more value. That is right. But for D-Hen to get rolling, you got to be able to move the line of scrimmage a little bit.
Yeah, D-Hen in his fourth or fifth step. If you have Derek trying to make cuts in the backfield, you're going to get fucked. You have to be able to play sound ball. But I think that's easier if you start running more gap scheme type stuff, more, deuces and trays and back blocks and hinges and a pulling guard, than doing outside zone, because outside zone can get really fucking hairy when you're sprinting on landmarks. When you sprint on landmarks, whiffs happen a lot more often. Backside cutoffs are a lot more difficult. You need that hip mobility to kind of like move and bend and do their shoulders. I don't know how these guys are. Andre Dillard, I don't know his mobility and how he's able to move, but get into a pinch. Derek's shown he can be successful in the inside zones, on the gap scheme type plays, and those are more of your foolproof. You have a shaky offensive line. You can do that. And you can also run a shitload of RPO out of gap scheme and zone reads and out of inside zone. You can run a shitload out of that. You can throw it out to the slot. You can run screens off of it. You can have that slant going over the middle. You can run it off that backside linebacker. You can run it off the end-man line of scrimmage. Like, there's a lot of things you can do to kind of shore up a questionable offensive line. So they have the coaches to do that too. Tim has that brain. Because if you look at Houston, the track record of the Houston Texans when Deshaun Watson was there, the only good offensive lineman they really had was Laremy Tunsil. And Laremy Tunsil didn't really start coming along until his third or fourth year. I think at that time, maybe Tim was on his way out or whatever. Like, that's when like things were really starting to happen with Deshaun leaving and all this stuff. A lot of massage therapy things started coming out. But you can see with a inexperienced offensive line, Deshaun had time, roll out, move the pocket type stuff that you're going to be able to do with DeAndre Hopkins and the Traylon Burks and a Kyle Phillips who can route cats up on one-on-one situations and not expose an inexperienced offensive line. Not saying they're bad, just saying they're an inexperienced offensive line. They've got it. I literally, not only do I think they got it, I think I've successfully talked myself into truly believing my pick. I believe myself.
You know what? Titans are going to win the Super Bowl.
That proper Wiles hitting Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. Get another one of them boys.
Up to the AFC North, you got the Steelers, Browns, Ravens, and Bengals. God, dude, I'm fucking love. Dude, we're back. We are back. Like, I mean, Steelers, Browns, Ravens, Bengals. You can almost like take your pick, right? I think they're all going to be solid. No. I think every team in the NFL is great this year.
No. Dude, it is the best about the beginning of the season. How fucking great of a feeling is it? Like, doesn't matter who you're a fan of or what the media said. It's like week one, all the opportunity, all thoughts. 0-0, what's going to fucking happen? God damn, this is so exciting.
You tell us what's going to happen.
I'll tell you.
3,
hold on.
2, 1.
Bengals. It's not that hard, brother.
I don't think so either. Joe Burrows, he's elite. And he's still on his rookie deal.
Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns.
You're going Bengals, Ravens, Steelers, Browns.
In that order. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, too. You're thinking about switching up Browns and Steelers, if anything, right?
If anything.
Yeah.
I think Browns could be surprising. But until anything happens, it's like one of those things. I do think that they could be surprising. You never know.
Dog, I like
Steelers.
This has been the theme of this entire conversation. Prove me wrong, and then I'll say I'm wrong and bet on you next year. Like, the Browns have showed me absolutely nothing for me to have anything to believe in. They have a fucking stud in Myles Garrett. After that,
you're right though. It's where people go to die.
It's where people go to die. But people said that about the Bills 5 years ago. Look at them now. So it's not, Browns aren't dead forever. They're just dead right now. Bengals.
People have said that about the Browns forever, and that's been the case.
Joe Thomas didn't die there.
I mean,
Joe Thomas got hot. He came out of there. He came out of the fire like a phoenix.
Yeah, but what was the last record that they had there?
I don't think he ever had a winning season.
That's what I'm saying. He's still like, he had his career and died. He was born there and died there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good thing about dying. Being born in a bad franchise, like, you're just like, this is the norm.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers, though, are, if you're going to pick a sneaky, could Steelers possibly win it team here, it's in the NFC North, it's the Steelers, dude. Tomlin is one of the best coaches in the fucking NFL, dude. Every year he's fucking good.
I'm drawing a brain fart, but who's the quarterback?
Pickett,
yeah.
George Pickens. And then who's the
quarterback is?
Kenny Pickett.
Dude, I get that. Pickett. Yeah, so I'm glad you said that, G, because I get really confused too on the quarterback, wide receiver. Their last names are so similar.
Pickett, I'm fired up to see him, and yeah, Tomlin, man.
But love Jersey Jerry, dude. The Steelers don't have it this year. They're gonna be close, but it's not gonna happen. The Ravens, I think, are
battle. Because I like the Ravens.
I think the
like
Ravens
what
are more
they added. Lamar's back.
I think the Ravens are more shirt than trousers, brother.
Yeah,
they fucking look great, but they don't got no balls on them. They did Lamar is
Roquan Smith. You got players on defense, man.
Yeah, but dude,
got some cats, man. You got some cats. OBJ, come on now.
Dude, I love OBJ. Same draft class, OBJ. He hasn't played football in a year. There's only been one football player I've ever seen take a year off and be better, and that's Trent Williams. So jury's out, dude. It's just like Geno Smith. I'm gonna have to see a couple games. Give me 2 games. Give me 2 games on
OBJ,
Odell.
he doesn't have to
and
be
I'll
the
fucking
star.
I'll tell you exactly how I feel.
He doesn't have to be wide receiver 1. That's their draft pick, right? Yeah, Zay Flowers.
This year?
Yeah, man.
Rashad Bateman, University of Minnesota guy.
They got some players. Yeah, I'm excited, but you're right. Pittsburgh could be sneaky. Joe Burrow, though, is where I'm putting my money.
You got to put your money on Joe Burrow.
I'll put my money on Joe Burrow to win that division.
This is the hardest one. This is the last one, correct? This is where. Fuck me.
Shall we count it down?
Let's go pee. Go pee.
Go pee, brother.
What? I think we still got to do all our segments, right? We're on a 2-hour podcast right now.
All right. It's our show. We
Do you
do
know
what
who
we
you're gonna
want.
do? No fucking
Yeah,
question. dude.
I got what I'm going to do. Golly.
I know who I definitely don't got.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Count it down, JP.
3, 2, 1.
Bills. And that pisses me off that we both picked the Bills.
I know.
'Cause
I
I
thought you were
wanted to
gonna
pick the
go.
Jets.
I know. I thought you
wanted
might go
so
Jets.
badly to pick the Jets. Aaron Rodgers he's winning like Kirk Cousins won in quarterback, dude. He's becoming more likable because of the show. Jack, what's the show we watched in Las Vegas?
Oh, Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks. First episode I ever watched in my life. Jack and I were like 2 high little bunnies sitting on
Fuck
the
it.
couch together.
I'll go Jets.
I
I'll go
like
Jets.
that. I need that.
Yeah. You go Bills. I'll go Jets.
All right. Well, I'm the one making the argument. Okay, all right, it's fine. I want to pick the Jets so badly, but I just don't want to fall into the trap of like shiny new toy. At the end of the day, Rodgers, he's a fucking stud. He's an aging quarterback, but
I think he's gonna light it up, man.
Dog, I think so too. And Wilson's so fucking good. Wilson, CJ, the Bills, Stephon Diggs,
About Wilson, that
Josh
receiver.
Allen is his own fucking weapon.
Wilson's looking at a Tay Adams here.
It's his second year. He was rookie of the year last year. Yeah, he could be looking at a sophomore slump too.
Yeah, but you're talking about A-Rod dealing him the ball.
Dog, you ain't lying. And they got CJ Uzuma.
You know he's gonna be the cat that's like, obviously the page that Aaron was on with Tay.
Cigarette.
To where
Hey,
it's
he's
like,
up there
hey,
somewhere.
this might be a run right here, but I'm gonna smoke one out to you. And the head coach Rob Saleh, yeah, he's always everybody, all the players that have spoken about him. It's always high, man. They love him. He's a defensive minded guy.
What a complexion too. By the way, His
no
complexion is
doubt,
insane.
Gorgeous man.
Bald headed guy too. You don't get that a lot, dude. You don't always say gorgeous man when bald heads are involved, but he's got a phenomenally shaped.
Somebody
head.
you look at and trust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lead the way.
Go ahead, brother.
But you let A-Rod and them handle the offense. Like, I think the boys will be fucking good.
And who's
And
the
Sauce Gardner?
Who's the
on
OC?
D?
Who's the OC that was the head coach of Nathaniel Hackett, catching some fucking strays from Sean Payton, and then all of a sudden
Some nice shirt. That's some good drama. I love that.
Some
I
good
love
drama. But it's like he's got a chip on his shoulder now too. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, fuck it. I'm going Jets as well. And I hated that I said it out loud, actually. I actually feel fucked up about it. But, dude, the Bills are good, but, like, you hear the turmoil about Diggs, and he's not happy. And then Josh Allen comes on, acts like it's nothing. Josh Allen's phenomenal. He's a generational talent. Holy fuck, is he good.
Check milk, brother.
What's that?
Check milk.
Check milk on the daily, cuz. But, dude, I don't think Rodgers had this much talent around him ever.
They got
Except
weapons.
for, like,
Quentin
when-
Williams on defense. They got fucking cats.
Dude, and Doc,
Linebacker set.
who's the defensive end that was at the Bengals and he got signed to the Jets and he tore his Achilles last year before the season? That's such a hard Google for you, Jack. I'm so sorry, but like
Jets torn ACL. You got CJ
Achilles.
Uzama. The boy CJ Uzama.
Lawson,
Carl Lawson.
dude, Carl Lawson is guaranteed sneaky comeback player of the year.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Brother, he is so fucking deadly with his
He is
single
jacked.
arm. Dude, he's like short too. He's like, I don't think he's even 6 foot. I really,
Oh my-
Doc, he's like a Elvis Doomerville type. We played him when he was in the Bengals. It was like his second year, and I was watching him on film. I was like, yo, why is this little dude pushing dudes back? He has the greatest inside long arm that just puts people in fucking, look at him.
You get a boy Carl on the defensive line, you know you're about to be in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Got to be moving, dude.
Better watch that ass, bro.
Like wearing black forces. You see somebody with them on, you know they're
Yeah, but
swinging.
dude, I'm saying this guy. We all know who's going to win comeback player of the year this year. There's no question. DeMar Hamlin is going to win it. No fucking question about that. Like all he has to do is step on the field, and he's won it. Kind of like Alex Smith a few years ago. But
Hey, but also the Bills. They've lost in the big games, right? But we're still talking about Josh Allen, Diggs. They're still going to be the fucking Bills. I think they're going to be a great team. They were great all the way up until that DeMar Hamlin situation last year. I'm talking like the premier team in the league. They're putting up points on absolutely everybody. They're still that team. It's just they have a taste in their mouth because they've lost in the playoffs year after year. And
yeah,
it's
there's a stigma about them.
yeah, it's like, when are they going to get over the hump? I saw somebody talking about it. I hate that I'm not remembering, but somebody's like, well, at least they're on the hill. Everybody's like, when are they going to get over the hill? A lot of people are trying to climb the hill, but they've never really fell off the hill. It's just making that extra jump to win the big game, that AFC championship game, that divisional round, whatever the case may be. But the Bills are fucking good. If they don't have that DeMar Hamlin situation, now granted, the Bengals came out swinging on them. I do think they lose that game. But however, there's not all that drama surrounding them going into December football.
I see. I disagree with that statement. I feel like the DeMar Hamlin thing, if anything, is like that storyline, like do it for DeMar.
I know. I'm just.
And it's like, and it wasn't like somebody got a
Bills are the
DUI.
Jets.
The Bills are just Dolphins
Don't sleep on
too.
the Dolphins.
Don't sleep on the Dolphins.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
take
good fucking division. It's a good fucking division, dude. The Dolphins, Tua, he's in a year learning how to fall and shit like that. Like he's got to go through a whole. What's that? Him right there? Yeah, that was a little weird. But he's got to go through like all that learning how to fall shit. Jalen Waddle, fucking Tyreek Hill. They've got fucking studs. They got a good defense too. That noisy kid who's up in the middle. What's that kid's name? Who went to Clemson?
Oh, Christian Wilkins.
Christian Wilkins.
We also didn't even talk about Dalvin Cook on the Jets. Right?
I actually didn't even think about that.
Brees Hall too could be nasty.
Bro, like I am firmly cemented on Jets now. I feel bad though, because legit, like the Bills really don't deserve that kind of disrespect.
At all.
And that's what's hard. They're just in that division now. That's kind of like they're low key like the AFC West.